Good afternoon and welcome and hello YouTube, and I'm just about to go live on Amazon Live. Let's go to preview. I should get the button through in a second to say I can go live. Signal should be going through, go live, and we're good. Okay, it is a two-step process. First go live on YouTube. Thank you for watching on YouTube. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much. If you're watching live, you can ask questions and I will see them and I'll bring them on screen. To everybody's watching on Amazon Live, good afternoon. You're watching Stephen live from wonderful Wiltshire, England. Welcome to the show. This is a lights, camera, action. Should be in a second. Which is all about lights and cameras and actions. Welcome, Amazon. Thank you for watching. And go here and live from Wiltshire, England. So there we are. We're underway. Yeah, I've just been broadcasting live, and I came in here into my Be Live studio, and the camera wasn't working. That's the delay. We should be live at 3:10, but today we're slightly later because I had to work out what was going on. A quick closing down the program and starting this again worked it out. Okay, so live again. It's Tuesday again. It's just after 3:10. In fact, it's 16 minutes past 3 or 16 minutes past 10. I do try to go live at 10:10 because that's memorable, because my friends tend to know that I'm live at 10 past 10. Okay, lights, camera, action is all about live video. This live video is being broadcast to YouTube. Hello, YouTube, and to Amazon Live. I broadcast everything to YouTube these days because it gives me a copy of the video and then I can use that video to create things. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a video on screen. This may or may not work, so bear with me a moment as I go over here, and that's not the one I want. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play you a short video, because what happens is all my videos are on YouTube. I take the videos from YouTube and I bring them over here, and let's have a go. So I'm going to switch my mic off. Go live like a pro. Your TikTok broadcasting toolkit. TikTok has everything that you need to broadcast live directly onto TikTok. You have your own studio. It's desktop, and you can manage your production like a pro. You've got built-in control, and I've given a note of the things you need to avoid and how to fix them. Look forward to seeing you in my broadcasts. Bye. Right, now I've got to put my hand up here, or both hands. I did not create any of that. We live in an AI world, and I was just speaking to friends on TikTok, and the world has changed, and AI is now part of our world, and you either use it or you ignore it. If you ignore it, it's not going anywhere. There are millions of people using AI around the world, and I decided not to ignore it, to embrace it, and to actually use it. And I'm going to tell you how I actually created that video, because it's so astonishingly simple. Okay, to create that video, you go to Gemini, Google Gemini, and I wanted to create an intro. Okay, I'm putting together a broadcasting toolkit for anybody who wants to do live broadcasting. It will answer all your questions, and it's called Stephen's Broadcasting Toolkit. So I wanted a video which would introduce that. But as I say, I'm graphically challenged, so I just went to Veo and Gemini, and I said, would you please create a video? I'm doing a broadcast called Stephen's Broadcasting Toolkit, and could you use the colours red, white, and black? That's all I did. And the resulting video is the one that you've just seen. So let's just play it again. Remember, all I said was the show is Stephen's Broadcasting Toolkit, and I want you to use red, white, and black. The lady just appears. Go live like a pro. Your TikTok Broadcasting Toolkit. TikTok has everything that you need to broadcast live directly onto TikTok. You have your own studio. It's desktop, and you can manage your production like a pro. You've got built-in control, and I've given a note of the things you need to avoid and how to fix them. Look forward to seeing you in my broadcasts. Bye. That was it. Right, the second part of it, the big graphic, a bit more work went into that, but I've got to say that it was just basically I go live on TikTok 3 times a week, and I take those videos and I paste them together, and then I broadcast on YouTube on Saturdays at 7 o'clock. And all the information that was displayed in that graphic there came from those videos. So I'm creating the content. It's just that a graphics illustrator by the name of Gemini actually does all the work. And it's just incredible. I mean, that video is currently playing on TikTok, and 200 people have seen it. So use AI to good effect. As I say, I've just been broadcasting live on TikTok and quite enjoyed myself, as I do on YouTube now and on Amazon Live. If you've any questions about live broadcasting, you're in the right place. I'm fortunate to have been broadcasting for 10 years, and if I don't know the answer, I know people who do, and will get you an answer about live broadcasting. You can follow my technology advances in the new year. Stephen's Toolkit will be available for free. Okay, and to anybody who's actually unmuted and is actually listening to what I say, thank you. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you. The photo behind me is taken with a Samsung Galaxy, which is down the carousel. And this was in Germany back in September. And Gallagher and I went to Germany for a holiday for 2 weeks. And the lady in the background there, in blue, is my partner Angelica. My partner Angelica is currently in Swindon, and should be back by the time this broadcast is finished, really. So, photographs, we've got the best phones in the world. Samsung Galaxy 25 is out. And if you're looking for a mobile phone, Samsung Galaxy 25, you'll find the Samsung Galaxy down the carousel. Beautiful 4K photographs and videos, which you can use anywhere. I mean, I've got to be honest. I'm not a mobile video person. I'm a desktop video person. But in terms of taking images with your phone, then Samsung Galaxy is basically so good. 4K images, and with the viewfinder, it's so easy to take a decent image. Because I'm not the world's best, but with all the equipment we've got these days, you can produce very good results as an amateur. And I would count myself as an amateur photographer. I have a good eye for composition. That's the first thing you need, and that's the bit that I provide. The actual technology that makes this sort of background happen is from the phone company themselves, from Samsung Electronics. Okay, now, if you've any questions, please do ask. If you want to say hello, I know Skip sometimes pops into my Amazon studio, and if you're new here, you're listening to Stephen from Wiltshire in England. When you think of England, you probably think of, just a minute, you probably think of Costa Coffee. No, you don't. you probably think of my background, of course, is Stonehenge. Now, if you are in the UK at the moment, winter solstice is on the 21st December, shortest day of the year, and it is celebrated by the Druids and others at Stonehenge, which is behind me. And English Heritage, who look after Stonehenge, are basically opening up. Their staff will be there at 5:30 on the 21st December, and you can go along and you can be at Stonehenge when the Druids are there as the sun rises, and the sun just goes directly through the stones at Stonehenge. It's a mystical place to visit. And again, this photograph is taken using the Samsung Galaxy phone, which is down the carousel. Yeah, right. Okay, so I think this is going to be my new schedule, is to go live on TikTok, get me in a good mood, and then to come over on Amazon and talk to you. And that seems to work well, because it means when this broadcast is finished, then I finish for the day. So it's still light outside, and for a minute it's not actually raining. And thank you for unmuting and for listening. In actual fact, if I go over here and go here, what you can do, if you're enjoying the broadcast, is you can actually follow and unmute. Now, if you follow me, you won't get notified. I don't get your details. They stay with Amazon. They're quite safe with Amazon. If you unmute, you'll be able to hear my Lancashire accent. And my studio is telling me that one person has unmuted, so thank you very much. And right, okay, let's go through. Somebody's clicked something in the carousel. Will I be able to find it? That's the question. Just a minute. I'm just having a look through the carousel. If you click something in the carousel, I should be able to see it. And I'm going through to the end. I'm running out of space. I don't think I can find it. Somebody's ticked something right at the end of the carousel. Okay, I'll give up on that. I'll take that off screen because you had the hint now. If you are enjoying the broadcast, then please do click and follow. I mean, I've been here broadcasting now. I was trying to catch up. I've been here broadcasting now for 3 years, and it is a great place to broadcast. It's the world's third largest website, and I'm here whilst you're surfing Amazon.com to answer any questions you may have about cameras and microphones and green screens. Yeah, that's my job, and I really enjoy it when I get a question. I remember when we first started this, these broadcasts used to be busy. Now we do get a following, and I'm grateful for everybody who actually watches the broadcast. So thank you. Let's go over, and I don't know whether you're watching from the UK, just a minute, or from the USA. The odds are that as you're actually on Amazon.com, that you're actually watching from the States. If you're watching from the States, welcome. It is currently, just to show that I'm live, it is 10:28 on the East Coast, which means that it's 7:28 on the West Coast. Behind me is a place called Noosa, Noosa. Now, this is about 1.5 miles outside Brisbane in Australia. This is an apartment building which we stayed at last February with my son and his lady wife. And I took this photograph from the balcony because I thought that will make a good backdrop for my shows on Amazon. And it does. I hope you agree. The plant, the dark plant, is just in the right place to actually stop my hair. Yeah, because you've got to be wary that if you're using background removal software, your hair can take a life of its own if it's too light at the top of the picture. Just a technical hint. To everybody who's watching, I've got more listeners. Thank you for listening. You're listening to Stephen live from wonderful Wiltshire, England. Anyway, Noosa is behind me. Now, if you're into cricket, and there's no reason you should be, but the English cricket team have just finished their holiday. They came to Australia, they played 2 cricket matches, and then they came to Noosa for a rest. Not that they needed one. And now they are basically over in Adelaide. And later tonight, they will start playing cricket against Australia. It's the 3rd test, and I'm just hoping they play better than they did in the first 2 tests where they got whooped. Hence the photograph. I didn't realise how potent this photograph would be when I took it, because I thought, well, who goes to Noosa? And then you find that the English cricket team have actually holidayed in Noosa, which makes it more famous, of course. And of course, I know the beaches they've been on, I know the restaurants they've been to. So it just brings everything together. And I checked it all out back in February 2024, and able to say Noosa is a brilliant place. If you do get to Australia, people are so friendly, the food is wonderful, the wine is exquisite. It's a great place to go. It's very laid back most of the time. And I just want to give a moment. My thoughts are with the people in Sydney at the moment, and in particular on Bondi Beach. We all feel for you. And I don't have friends in Sydney, but I do know that it's a very difficult time. And my thoughts have been with you all weekend and will be for some time to come. Right. This live video exists outside real life. This is a bit of real life, but the real life goes on around us. And I try not in these broadcasts to talk politics. That is a one-way street. The only thing I can do is I know that half my audience will be on the right, the other half will be on the left, and neither of you like straight down the middle. So I'm not going to say anything about politics at all, although world events obviously affect us all. And the murders that took place in Sydney over the weekend, just sad. Okay, how do we get back to the real world from there? We're going to talk about the next item in the carousel, and so it's been clicked. So the next item in the carousel, just let me check something out. No, I haven't got a photograph. Oh, wow. The featured item is the TP-Link Deco, which is down below. And it is today $99, which is a $30 saving. Okay, 24% off, limited time deal, an LTD, limited time deal, and there is 24% off today. And all I can say is I used TP-Link Deco to distribute, because we've got Wi-Fi coming into our premises, and then we need to distribute the Wi-Fi around the premises. Now, the TP-Link Deco comes as 3 units. You take the first unit, you plug it in, and you connect it to a station, to your router. So you've got one Deco unit connected to your router. You switch it on, it will come to life, and it will connect to your internet automatically. You don't need to do anything. You then take the second router and you put it in a different room in your premises, and the first and second routers will talk to each other. And then the third one into another location. So you've got 3 units in 3 locations. They will now all talk to each other, and you get decent Wi-Fi throughout the whole of your premises, and it just works. And my good friend Nick used to do a cooking show from his kitchen, and he had terrible Wi-Fi in his kitchen until he bought this exact set of TP-Link Deco mesh Wi-Fi, and he now is able to broadcast live from his kitchen, whereas he couldn't before. So we know it works. Nick has proved it. My other friend, or one of my other friends, Peter in Scotland, in Aberdeen, also tried it, and he recommends it as well. He had it working himself within 2 hours, and it's the best thing that he bought, and he bought it back in 2023. So it's been going quite a while, and it is a very good piece of kit. It is down the carousel. It is $99 today, which is a saving of $30.99. Okay, if you have any questions about the TP-Link Deco, then please do ask. If you click a link in the carousel, you're not buying anything. You're simply being taken to the product page, which is a normal Amazon.com product page. You'll get all the specs, you'll get videos, you'll get text reviews, and then you can come back to me and you can ask me questions live on air. That's what this is all about. And I just want to check something. I think technology is wonderful. I love AI. And just let me find something. And okay, I know that my partner is in Swindon. Okay, and on a bus in Swindon, traveling through Swindon at the moment. I love technology. GPS, absolutely brilliant. AI. Yeah, I mean, I now use AI virtually every day, whether it's for research and the programs I use. Just a minute. I love a program which is called, just let me type it in. I love a program called NoteBookLM. And there's a free version and there's a paid version. I've got Gmail Pro, which means I get the paid version of NoteBookLM. And it's with NoteBookLM that I actually created the video. So that video and that graphic, the graphic you see there, Go Live Like a Pro, your TikTok broadcasting toolkit, was actually created using NoteBookLM. I'm graphically challenged. I can't create graphics. I can't draw, but I can give my ideas. And this graphic that you're looking at now is actually from my broadcast on TikTok last week. I put my broadcast on YouTube. On YouTube, I give the link to NoteBookLM. Yep, that's all I do. I give the link to NoteBookLM, and NoteBookLM does a transcript of the video, and then it actually summarizes the video. So every point I make in the video is understood and summarized by NoteBookLM, which is there. And basically, I'm the wrong way around. Just a minute. Just let me go here. That's better. I feel, and it's weird, but I feel more comfortable when I'm this side. Okay, because I can point that way. Okay, so I've uploaded my video to YouTube, my 3 shows on TikTok, and then NoteBookLM is able to give me a full transcript of the 2-hour broadcast, and then it has the notes. And then I say to it, create a map, a graphic, and it does. And that's the result. And that video, which you saw a moment ago, is now on TikTok. Yeah. And hundreds of people are actually watching it there. So it's like a virtuous circle. I'm actually using the shows that I do to create content. I want to thank everybody watching. You're watching Stephen live from wonderful Wiltshire, England. We're talking about AI, which is one of my favorite topics. And this graph, here, was created by NoteBookLM, names down there. And it's basically from 3 of my TikTok broadcasts last week. And it just brings it all together. Now, equally well, when I do a broadcast on Amazon Live, I broadcast to YouTube as well, and I get more graphics then. So if you're looking for a way to actually, because the thing is, let me come back to me for a moment. I've been broadcasting now for 10 years, and I've got 10 years worth of videos on YouTube, but I'm not going to go back 10 years because things change. So I've gone back 3 years on YouTube, and I've given the videos to NoteBookLM. Yeah. And that means that when I want to create a new broadcast, I can ask NoteBookLM to create me an agenda. And I get an itemized agenda. Then I can say, if I'm not sure about a topic, tell me more. And it does. This is the future. It used to be that what you had to do was to get a piece of paper and write down your ideas for a broadcast on the paper. Not anymore. AI. AI is your second brain. AI is your memory. And because you're using AI, things like this become possible. Okay. And everything that's on that card, I have said in my broadcasts. Yeah. So it's my ideas in graphical form. And it just brings it together. Yeah. Not in a million years could I create that, but it is created from things that I've said. And strangely enough, I'm proud of it, because without my thoughts, it wouldn't exist. But without help from NoteBookLM, the graphic wouldn't have seen the light of day. And that graphic there explains you can read it in probably about 2 minutes, and you can actually take on board the ideas. Let me put it full screen for a second. Okay, there you have it. It's now full screen. I'm going to leave it there for a minute, and you can read it. Go live like a pro, your TikTok broadcasting toolkit. Go live TikTok broadcasting is a free desktop featured studio, which you can download from TikTok. You can manage your production like a pro. You've got built-in control because your broadcast is monitored for signal strength, video strength, and audio strength whilst you're broadcasting. This I picked up on my research. First 60 seconds of any broadcast are crucial, because if you don't capture people's attentions in the first 60 seconds, then you won't keep a viewer. And then human hosts are irreplaceable. And that's my own personal view, that we cannot be replaced by AI. I cannot, at this moment in time, be replaced by AI. And then I've got the typical mistakes to avoid and the fixes. So that's it. It's been my pleasure to broadcast live today. As I say, I've got Angelica is on her way home. And I did say that I would meet and greet. And just let me check the map again. Let me check where Angelica is. As I said, I love technology. And according to this, if she's not switched her phone off, then she's still in Swindon and waiting for the bus. So I think the bus leaves at 1:45. So I'm okay for a moment. Okay, if you have any questions about live broadcasting, you're in the right place. I'm here to help you. And I'm back again next Tuesday at 10:10. You remember the time? 10:10. You're watching Stephen live from wonderful Wiltshire in England. And I use AI. I use the kit that you see down in my carousel. I'm here to answer any questions that you've got. This can be an interactive session if you want. I think we're hooked up. If somebody just wants to test it, you just say hello. But other than that, you're going to find me telling my stories. And as I journey through live video and through TikTok and through AI, I will tell my stories. Now, next week, I'll be live on Monday. I'll be live. What date are we today? I'll be live on Tuesday next week at 10:10. I want to say a big thank you. I'm just on a countdown. If you're thinking of going live in 2026, then I'm here to help you. If you've never broadcast before, I can help you with camera confidence. If you're wondering what kit to buy, you'll find some of it down in the carousel. If you're wondering where to go live, I back in January this year, January 3rd, it was suggested to me by my good friend Marco Novo, who is also, of course, on Amazon, that I might like to go and broadcast on TikTok. And I thought, me on TikTok? Anyway, I did, and I'm still there. And today I broadcast for my 42nd week on TikTok. And I've got to say, it is a marvelous platform. Technology is first class. And I've gone from 43 followers and no content to 7,500 followers. and 300 people watching the broadcast today. So anything is possible. If I, at my age, can gain a loyal audience on TikTok, then you can too. Right topic, right time, right place. That's all you need to tell your stories. It could be LinkedIn. It could be Facebook. It can be anywhere that you want. You're in charge. You're the one telling your stories. The people are there to listen. There is an audience out there for you. Thank you for being in my audience today. I think we're almost safe to actually, I don't know. I'm going to take my leave of you. Have a great day. And I think we're good to go. So enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. And I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye for now.